Right, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing another tier list video. Yeah! This one is going to be on the 2025 MotoGP liveries. They've finally all been released and we're just going to rank them today. There is a very wide range in the quality of liveries this year, I think, so I think we should just get straight into it. We're going to be ranking the tiers in these tiers. From the top we have stunning, lovely stuff, looks nice, do better, and right at the bottom we have huge steaming pile of horse shit. We're going to do this in order of when they were released. So the first livery to be released was Trackhouse Racing. And I'll be honest, this looks like a Moto3 livery to me. This looks like something that Joel Kelso should be riding, not Ayagura. I know that they've changed it a bit since it was announced because they've added some sponsors to it. But this still looks really plain and boring to me. It looks like they've tried to copy Suzuki, but they've just completely fallen flat on their face. This doesn't work in my opinion. This livery, in my opinion, is not great. And the worst bit is, in testing, Trackhouse have been using this livery here. This looks amazing. This would probably go in the top tier if they were going to use it in the actual races. But they're not. They've got this pile of wank instead. This is going in do better because they did better and they decided not to use it for some reason. Next we have Aprilia. Now Aprilia haven't really changed much about their livery. They've just removed any sort of green or purple and they've gone with black and red. There's a bit more red compared to last year. Let me get it up actually. There's a bit more red around the front of the bike here, but overall it's a bit the same. It looks nice though, which is exactly the tier I'm going to put it in. It is a nice livery, it is decent, it is nothing special though. It's going in the middle tier. I think it's just a bog standard evolution of last year's, which looks alright, but it's not anything special. Next we have Gresini. Now this one is just a bit sad to me. In testing, Gresini have been using this livery. This looks beautiful. This would easily go into top 2 tiers for me. The white background with the natural Gresini livery looks amazing. However, this is not the livery they have announced. They are going to be using this instead, with a black border and black wings, which looks nowhere near as good in my opinion. This looks messy compared to this. This looks clean, it's great. This does not work at all. The black doesn't suit the natural purple of the livery at all. Like Trackhouse, Gresini is going in do better because they did better than their actual livery and chose not to use it again. It's really frustrating. Why would you not use this instead of this? It's infuriating. It'll go ahead of Trackhouse though. Yeah, Gresini do better. Make your testing livery the actual one, because I prefer it so much better. Next we have Ducati. Ducati are always never going to have the most out there livery. They're very limited based on their colour scheme being entirely red. However, considering their limitations, they've done well here. I'm tempted to put this in the second tier. You know what, I will do. This is one of the best Ducati liveries in quite a while actually. Let me get it up actually. I like this Ducati livery. They've gone with some different shades of red. It's a lot darker this year, which I like a lot. And yeah, it just suits it well. I like this livery a lot. It's one of the best Ducati I've had in recent years, so it's going in the second tier. Oof, now we have VR46. Let me get it up actually. I was not a big fan of their livery last year, and it was a big disappointment when they didn't go back to the 2023 livery and instead recycled this pile of shite. However, they've gone and made it worse by having this. Valentino Rossi's 46 behind the actual logo. Why is this necessary? Why do you need this? We already know it's a VR46 team. We don't need a further reminder of it. And also, it just makes the bike look really messy at the front. The bike in itself anyway just looks a bit shit. I don't like the colour scheme, and the sponsors on this thing are horrible. Like, these do not match the livery at all. But this 46 here, it looks so messy, it ruins the bike. This bike goes in steaming pile of horse shit. I hate it so much. And Valentino Rossi, I am almost certain that it was his idea to put this on the front of the bike. He deserves to be banned from the paddock for this, because this is atrocious. Yeah, VR46 steaming pile of horse shit, because that's what the bike is. Please just go back to the 2023 livery, that was so much better. Next we have KTM. Now, we're in fact just going to do both the KTMs at once because, well, they're the same livery. Literally the only difference is the red down here and here is white on the actual KTM livery. and it looks fine. It's just nothing's changed from last year, and they both look the same. It looks decent. However, for actual KTM, I will put it in looks nice because it just does. However, for the Tech 3 team, why do you have to have the same livery? Are the team that broke that they can't afford to have a new livery designer for the Tech 3 team? Do they have to have the same thing? It's going to be a nightmare for commentators and just watching on the TV. So, Tech 3 can go and do better, because why didn't you do better? Why didn't you have something a bit more, unique? Why couldn't you have used something like this, like they had in 2021? This would be so much better than just recycling the livery for the factory team. Yeah, Tech 3, do better. Actual KTM, it looks nice, but at the same time, it's the same as last year. Next we have Yamaha. And Yamaha, a bit like some of the others, theirs is quite similar to last year. Yamaha, just like previous years, they've just not really changed much. I can tell the differences, and it is a good evolution of previous years. There seems to be more black on the front and more blue on the sides. There's no significant changes here, but it's a Yamaha livery, it looks nice anyway. Lynn Jarvis doesn't seem to agree, he looks delighted as always. Anyways, Yamaha can go in, looks nice. It's a good livery, but it's nothing special. Pramac, however, this is beautiful. This is the best one on the grid by far this year. Or not by far, but this is the best one. I've seen it in testing as well, the pictures, and it looks amazing on the track. Pramac have absolutely smashed it with their livery this year. The way the purple blends in with the blue is beautiful. The sponsors don't look out of place at all. The Alpine sponsor fits in with the bike really well. This is going right in stunning. This is the best one of the season, and it's just a shame I'm scared we're not going to see it much because they might be at the back half the time. Speaking of teams being right at the back, next we have Honda, and this is also actually one of my favourites of the year. Finally, Repsol have gone, and I think it's a good thing to be honest, because it's created this masterpiece. For about a decade, Honda have had the same livery over and over again, so to finally see it change is really good, and they've absolutely smashed it. This gives real retro vibes, and I love it. The Castrol sponsor works really well, and just the red in general, it's not too similar to Yamaha. The blue looks really nice. I love this livery. This is also going to go in stunning. Honda have done really well this year. Finally, we have the LCR Hondas. However, there's two of these liveries because, of course, one's sponsored by Castrol, the other sponsored by Idemitsu. We'll start with the Castrol one. And this looks really nice. Honda, once again, have done really well with this. This is a very good livery. It's not too similar to last year. I think the green fits really well in with the livery. And it's hard to explain what works with this livery, but it just looks nice. I'm going to put this in lovely stuff and ahead of Ducati, if it wants to work. No! There. Third best livery of the year, I think. This is a really solid livery from LCR Honda. And finally, we have the Idemitsu Honda bike thing. And it's not as good as the Castrol one, but it's still a good bike. It's still an upgrade on last year's one. I really wasn't a fan of last year's one. I like the integration of the Thai flag. I think that looks really good. I'm not a big fan of this gold bit here. I think that looks a bit messy. But apart from that, I think this bike looks really clean in general. And it's a good livery. So like some of the others, just a shame it's going to be in plum last all year. This is going to go in, looks nice I think. It's not anything special, but it's also good. And before we end it, I want to put this ahead of Trackhouse. And I think with that, that is my final tier list. That is what I'm happy with. And yeah, like I said, there's a wide range of liveries this year. There's some really good ones like Honda and Pramac, and there's VR46, which is just embarrassing to be honest. But yeah, that is my final MotoGP livery tier list for 2025. And I want to know what you guys think of the liveries, so let me know in the comments below. Have I got this completely wrong? Is VR46 in fact one of the best liveries on the grid? If you think that, you are factually incorrect. However, if you went on to enjoy this video, I'd appreciate if you left a like on the video and subscribe to the channel while you're there. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye bye.